A narcissist mother and her son. Let's say the son is a grown man and he lives with his mother. He's working a part time job. Let's say he's about 19 years old. And the mother wants the son to have a full time job, not a part time job, a full time job. Now, a narcissist mom will take advantage of the situation and tell her son, "Hey, I need you to get full time work," which makes sense. I don't blame her for that. And so the son, right? Let's say this is like his second job or first job. He really doesn't want to let that job go because it's his first job, and he probably doesn't want to fill out an application or applications all over again and go through the interview process, blah, blah, blah. So then he looks to get extra hours. He asks his boss, "Hey, can I get extra hours?" And the boss gives him extra hours. It's not totally full-time job. It's more of a 30 hours a week, not 40 hours a week. So the mom tells the son, "Hey, look, I have this job for you, but I need you to quit your job." So blindly, he quits the job. Why? Because his mom said for him to quit the job. He also lives with his mom, so he has to follow her rules. And so he does that, and he quits his job. And next thing you know, he comes back and he says, "I quit my job." And she's excited and elated. And I would think he's wondering, why did I do that? It didn't make sense. And most parents know this. You don't quit a job unless you have one already ready to go. In other words, the way I was taught, you don't quit a job unless you already have one. In other words, if I'm working a part-time job or if I'm working period and then I want another job to take place of that job, you get hired first, maybe work a few days, and then you give that other job a 2-week notice. She didn't teach her boy that. She didn't tell her boy to do that. She just told him to quit. A narcissist. A narcissist wants to control everything. Family members, they want to control their sons, their daughter. They want to control everything. And then when you're down and out, because he felt sad and depressed, which makes sense, she was excited. She was fired up. She had a euphoric feeling. But then when you're happy and you're excited, they're sad. They're depressed. They don't know what to do. They like to start mess. After the narcissist mom did all that, she throws the baby out with the bathwater. Now, of course, he was upset. I'm quite sure they had some arguments or whatever. And the narcissist mom looked for whatever excuse she could look for to kick him out in the streets. In other words, throw the baby out with the bathwater. So after she completely stripped him of his livelihood, she gets in an argument with him, triggers him, and throws him out. This is exactly what narcissist parents do. They only care about themselves, they love to control, and they love to destroy. And the sad part about it is, I'm quite sure the son is going to want to continue to build probably a long-lasting relationship in the future because that's all he knows, right? Mother and father. And what's so sad is if the son doesn't figure this out quick, fast, in a hurry, that his own mother, that the mother doesn't want good things to happen to him, that the mother actually sabotaged him, and the mother gets something out of it. She gets a charge out of it, and this will continue in different ways. This is Mike Chevalier, keeping it simple and precise.